Hey Torcats, welcome back for episode 4 of the Pokemon Yellow Let's Play. In the last episode, we just got up here to this most recent Pokemon Center at the end of Route 3, or the very start of Route 4. Either way, we're about to head into one of the most hated places in Pokemon, a cave. Nobody really likes Gen 1 caves, but it's something everybody has to do. Fortunately for us, we are super lucky to be playing Pokemon Yellow, which is the only game in which you can have an electric type at this point in the game. So the Zubats aren't as much of an issue, which is really thankful. But the endless encounters are still not super duper fun, because every 2 steps you run into a Zubat. Then what's the point in going through a cave? And if I ever need to come back through these in a video, I guarantee you I'll repel. But for the first time through, I'm not going to do any repelling. And none of our Pokemon can learn Water Gun. Cool. Even though Water Gun would be super helpful against all of the annoying Geodudes that are going to pop up. More bug catchers. I'm worried for when we're gonna start seeing the higher level Pokemon and more evolved Pokemon, because right now Pikachu's having issues two-shotting Weedles. So what happens once we get to a point where it's no longer Weedles and it's something like Nidorinos? What is Pikachu gonna do then? And wow, Cocoon is super duper bulky. I always thought of it as physically bulky because it gets hardened, but I never really thought of it especially bulky. It took that a lot better than its Weedle friends. And Jewel levels up. Cool. No new moves yet, but we still have that cool quick attack from last episode that Jewel just got. So she's gonna be able to use priority and deal with annoying, like 1 HP, 2 HP Pokemon. Yeah. Clefairy is... Ooh. Thank goodness we dodged that Sing, because Sing sucks. Sleep is so annoying. And why does Clefairy actually do damage? Like, that doesn't do a little bit, that does quite a lot. I understand Pikachu doesn't have the greatest defenses, but still. It shouldn't be doing that much damage with 2 pounds. Ooh, it missed another Sing. Clearly that Clefairy needs to learn how to stretch the vocal cords, because it was not singing in the right direction. I think once Jewel hits 14, we'll take Jewel out of the leading slot and try and bring one of the other 2 up front. But Jewel's gonna lead us through this cave until that point, with all of the Zubats. because trying to beat up these Zubats with Sun Wukong would not be very fun. Hey, the Team Rocket member. And a Wild Clefairy. I think we're good. You guys are gangsters? Oh. That's great. Him having a Sandshrew, a ground type against our electric types. No. That's great. Sun Wukong already has enough issues kicking things. He doesn't need a sand attack. Ooh, and Jewel levels up again. Hit your low kick. Or not. Hit it. There you go. Flinch. Ooh, Sun Wukong. Strong. And then there's the annoying Zubats. Wow. Sun Wukong is actually a lot stronger than I thought. He was doing really good in the gym, but I didn't think he'd be doing this well this far down the road without getting many level ups. An HP up. I think I'm gonna give that to Sun Wukong. That way he's a little bit bulkier, because he probably has the best bulk on my team right now. Darn it. I forgot to bring Jewel to the back. We're gonna move her right to the back right now. So that way Cyclonus is up front, leading the party. Ooh, a trainer. Interesting that they think I snuck up on them when they looked at me to initiate the battle. This is not a good matchup. Why is it that the two most recent trainers we fought have both started with perfect counters to my leading Pokemon? The last trainer led with the Sandshrew against my electric type, and this trainer led with an electric type against my flying type. So, am I that predictable that the game is able to predict me without predicting me? Or am I just getting really unfortunate with my switching around? But now Sun Wukong's level 14. So now Cyclonus needs to get some experience. Also, I'm not going to do it right now, but if at any time you see the little orange bubble pop up, know that I had to either pause it for some reason, or I'm doing a time check. Because while I'm recording these, I don't know how long I'm recording for, and I don't want to record for like 30 minutes if I'm only going to use 17 minutes of footage. And it has a nice built-in timer for me, which is super convenient. Like if I pull it out right now, you guys can all see that it says 10 minutes. And then it's going to drop back away. So if you ever see that pop up, that's me doing it. But either way, I'm going to make this a bit of a longer episode, because all it's going to be is me getting through Mount Moon, because I don't want to make this 2 parts. Because nobody wants to watch caving for 2 parts. So if you're still here, you can go ahead and know that the rest of this episode is going to be me getting through Mount Moon. And you can basically leave unless you want to see what fossil I want. If you don't want to see what fossil I want, I recommend you just skip ahead to the end of the video. And yeah, enjoy the time you just saved. But for those of you that are still going to be around with me, I'm going to drop something special about myself somewhere in the episode. So if you have the patience to watch me find a million Zubats, you get to find out a little thing about me. So I think that I'm gonna end up grabbing 2 more Pokemon right after this route. If you look at the channel art, you'll probably see it already. Although I don't know how well the channel art looks, because on the previews it's giving me, it's showing that it's only showing like the middle section of it. And I'm gonna check that on some other devices. If it is actually showing only that, then I'm gonna change it around so that way it's more than just the neck down to, I think, like the lower torso, maybe the waist of the trainer, and then Pikachu on the right. That's all that's actually visible. I'm gonna end up changing it around to see what else is there. But if it is fine, I'm gonna leave it. It's just testing right now, because as you can clearly tell by how well these videos are recorded, you can tell that I'm using top tier quality and have the best of the line stuff, which, judging by the fact that I'm playing on an emulator and you can see all of the things that I'm using to control it on screen, means that I'm not. So if you can't get sarcasm, you should probably go look it up and determine what it is. TM01 Mega Punch. That could actually be kind of helpful on Sun Wukong, since he's not going to have any really good attacks, I don't think. Like, a lot of his attacks are going to be normal type attacks. So hopefully Sun Wukong appreciates that. If not, oh well. But these Team Rocket trainers have really weird sprites. They have whips, and their other hand that doesn't have a whip in it has like 3 fingers fully visible. And then they have their weird shaped hats on. And Their noses just seem super awkward to me. And Cyclonus is just being the greatest bird ever. It broke through confusion 3 times in a row. And we get to sit through Gen 1's broken rap. If you don't know how Gen 1 rap works, basically, if they hit you with rap, they continue to deal damage to you like rap normally does in later generations, but it also stops you from doing any attacks. And Cyclonus learns Fury Attack. That's cool. Now Cyclonus has dual stabs. And Ether seems like a really odd item to be getting this early in the game, since normally ethers are like ether ethers are saved for the end of the game. So interesting that they have one this early. And as soon as we get into another encounter, because I forgot about it, I'm gonna switch around Cyclonus's moves, so that way Fury Attack and Peck are at the top, and Leer and I think Growl are at the bottom. That way we don't have to worry about getting into any issues with what I'm attacking with. So now let's see how Fury Attack does. That's not terrible. Does Peck kill it? If Peck kills it, then it's not terrible, but it's also not super great. But I think I'm just gonna see if I can get a lucky roll on Fury Attack, and maybe we can one-shot these guys instead of having to click 2 moves. Like that. That was really good. We got 3 hits. And let's see how many hits we can get on the Zubat. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, couldn't one-shot it, but it misses its supersonic, so we can kill it with a critical hit Peck. And now we can bring Cyclonus out of the front and bring Jewel up front again. And I know that Sun Wukong has not been in the front of the party all episode, but we also haven't needed him to be up front. He's more the thing I can switch into for issues, because why have something that you can switch into at the front of your party where it can get injured and then it can't switch into things? But either way, let's take on this guy who says he's shocked to see us. And that's why we have Sun Wukong. Because Sun Wukong can be brought in against these Geodudes, and these Geodudes will do nothing against him. And he'll do a whole lot to these Geodudes. And since he's out right now, we're gonna move his Mega Punch up and put Scratch where Leer is right now. There we go. Now it looks a little more organized. And the way I like organizing moves is I like organizing the same type attacks together, or I will do it by how much damage they put out, or like if they're stab or not. So like on Spearow, Cyclonus, Fury Attack and Peck are going to be up front because they do damage and they're stab. Whereas on Peaks, Quick Attack is third because it's not stab and does damage, but Thunder Wave is stab. And Sun Wukong's trying to learn Karate Chop. I actually don't know what Karate Chop does, so I'm gonna get rid of Leer. Because in this game, you get no description of your move before you put it on. So I don't want to accidentally get rid of a better move for it. But now I think we're mostly through the tunnels. I think I might have missed something, but I don't think so. So we just have to get to our fossil and then I should be able to end it off. Interesting though that there's this whole area underground, but never once do we go up a level. Even though it's a mountain and you could assume that they could haul out higher levels. Unless they broke in at the exact level where you can't go up anymore. And Jewel cannot hurt herself. Because that does a lot. Hey. Jewel needs to learn how to take damage. Because she is super frail. She just can't hit herself or have anything hit her. Because she just has no health. And no defense. And the Zuat's slowly gonna gain back health because I either have the best luck in the world or I have the worst luck in the world. It's never split. I'm either the best luck or the worst luck. Because with Cyclonus, I broke through 3 times in a row, and now Jules hit herself 3 times in a row. So, there's no in between with me. I either have the best or the worst luck. And hopefully, I'll go to show that throughout this Let's Play. Just like getting these these random encounters that happen every like 6 steps. And now I'm gonna hit myself repeatedly because Jewel can't stop hitting herself. Because Jewel just wants to be annoying. And let's see, does Jewel hit herself? No. Hi. Confusion's probably my least favorite status. Because it's, I think, the only status where you can click a move, have a chance of using it, or have a chance of doing something bad to yourself. Like, there's paralysis, which is great, just annoying, and there's infatuation, which also slows down your attacks. Why? Well, looks like I'm gonna be cutting the video after this to run all the way back and heal my team, because I'm not running through the rest of the cave with just Cyclonus. So I guess you'll all get to see me in a second after I spend 5 more minutes making my way back through the cave. Woo! Fun times galore. Because it's probably going to take me 5 minutes. But you guys won't see that. I'll be nice to you. But I'll see you again in a second. Okay, Torcats, I'm back. And the party's all healed up. And I figured now would probably be the best time to drop something because you bothered to stay with me for 25 minutes of suffering through Mount Moon. So I figured now would probably be one of the few times I'm going to actually say something about my life. My name's actually Javier, not Flint, and I live in the Kern County in California. I was trying to figure out how specific I wanted to get, and then I figured I'll leave it vague enough. You don't need to know what city I am, whether it's big or small, or anything else other than that. But my real first name is Javier, and I was born and raised here in Kern County. So, for those of you who have bothered to stay this long into the video, you get to learn something special about me. And you also get to see Jewel learn Double Team, which is going to be so nice against annoying Pokemon. I just wish that we had a stronger move, and yes, I could have given Jewel Mega Punch, but it's probably not as much of a help because Jewel's definitely gonna have a higher special than she is gonna have a physical. So it's better if I have her with a better special moveset. It'd just be nice in the earlier parts of this game. But let's see, Karate Chop's a normal type attack, and it misses a lot. Great to know. I'm kidding. It crit, and that's okay. So it's got a mediocre chance to miss and a chance to crit, but so does every move in Gen 1. So I, being a follower in the True God, am going to take Helix Fossil to revive into the almighty Omanite to be praised by thy Lord Helix. Like, I understand why that arose, but it's just one of those weird little things in Pokemon that a community came together to play through a game to worship. What? What? Is this actually based off of Jesse and James of the anime? I've never seen this. I guess they're based off of them? Probably. Because Jesse had an Arbok. So I'm gonna assume that they're based off of it, based off their sprite and how they look. But it's really interesting that in yellow they have this. I'm not sure if it's unique. I'm gonna look it up after I finish recording this episode. But if this is actually unique to yellow, that's really cool that they did that. Because they made yellow starter choice based off the anime. Well, in the anime, he doesn't get his starter stolen, but he only gets the option of Pikachu. So I wonder how else it follows, because I've never looked into it. And this isn't gonna be... Actually, wait. Jewel can finish this up. Jewel has quick attack. That's nice. And Jewel's level 16. Cool. And then there's a coughing. So there's a Meowth, which makes sense. They have Meowth as their partner. And then they have James's coughing and Jesse's Ekans. That's so weird. I never thought I would see Jesse and James in the games. And they refer to us as a brat. Interesting. They're normally refer to us as torts. Could be something that happened with translation of the game, but I don't know. But either way, I think we're gonna finish off this episode right here before heading into the deeper parts of Route 4. But if you remember, comment down below if you have any tips, tricks, advice, whatever about the game, how I commentate, what you would like to see out of my team, whatever. Just comment it down below. I'm going to be reading every single comment. But until next time, Tory Cats. See ya.